it's me, Val, Toxic Free. Welcome. Happy Monday. I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I had some time and I thought, you know what, there was something that I wanted to share with you. And obviously when I first started my channel, was more a lot about sharing my experiences, and they still are in a way, and I kind of do go into the realms of going into the psychology of it occasionally, but I'm not a life coach, so I'm not the best to get too in depth with everything. All I really wanted to be was just a channel to support people and to support those who can relate to me in a way and who just want someone to talk to and just to watch somebody who's been through the same kind of thing as me. And vice versa. I mean, that's how I started out, just watching channels and wanting to feel like I wanted somebody who I felt like they've been through the same things, because it's okay watching channels of, you know, psychotherapists. They know absolutely everything, but sometimes you just don't get that connection. And that's kind of why I started my channel. So if anybody's new that's just subscribed or just started watching, hi. I am a survivor of abuse, and basically anybody who started watching these channels will know how scary, how twisty-turny, how narcissist abuse can literally mess with everything that you are. It can mess with everything that you're about, mess with your worth, mess with everything, to the point of even your food intake. And that's what I want to sort of talk about today, is my eating disorder that was created by my ex Stumpy. Now, I mentioned Stumpy lots of other videos. Again, if you're new, you won't know who Stumpy is. I call him Stumpy because he's short, he's a little troll. And he was the one that set me down this road of where I am today. Sometimes I'm glad he did, because I've actually learned so much and I think I'm a better person for it. And I've gained lots of friends. And then some days I think, what the heck? Why? Why me? Why are we here? What have I done to deserve this? We go through our ups and downs. I want to mention that as well. But with the narcissist abuse, it's all about, they like to control. And I'm going to talk about my experiences rather than what I've researched, because I'm probably just better off talking about. I've been involved and been in the company of enough toxic people, enough narcissists. I've been through enough shit in my life to at least help explain a little bit of what I've been through, learn from it, work out why I'm still here and how I survived it, and share that with you. So I remember when I was with Stumpy, he had control of every part of my life. He had control of my future, which he dangled the carrot of, we're going to be together. And he had all these promises of what we were going to be. We were going to get married on a beach in Bermuda. So he had hold of my future. He had hold of my present, because at the present time I was exhausted. I was waiting for things to happen. He was controlling my emotions with manipulation. He was controlling my anger. Every single thing about me, my worth, my values, my future, my past. Because he was a friend that I'd known for a very, very long time. So he also reinvented my past in a way, to the point where the man that I knew since I was 21, when I found out how much he seemed to want to destroy me and how nasty and hurtful he could be, it then tainted what I remembered, because that man was part of my life growing up. When he would go out to the dance floors, the discos. He was a DJ when I was young. So all the songs that he used to play when I was in my 18s, 20s, now seem distorted, now seem poisoned, now trigger me. Every time I hear an 80s song, I think of my ex who tried to destroy me. So not only did he destroy my visions of my past and my dreams of my future, he had hold of me there and then in the present. I had no control over anything. He had control over my emotions. I would cry because he would do something, I would cry. I wasn't allowed to contact him at one point, so he would do the silent treatment. He would do the no contact on me, even though that's basically something that we generally do to them. He would do that to me to hold power. He would tell me not to bring up the divorce. He would tell me not. The man literally made me. I mean, the visions of the puppet on the string with the little pup, that was me, and I had no control at all. The only control I had was what I ate. And I got so depressed at the time. I got so low and so down. And I mean, I can't even explain. I felt like I was at the bottom of a pit looking up and nobody was reaching in to help me, because no one knew anything about narcissist abuse and everybody thought he was great. as we know. And I obviously thought it was me because he blamed all my insecurities on everything. It's always me, me, me. You know, you're making this. If it wasn't for you, Val, if it wasn't for you, it wasn't for you. And I did actually believe in the end that it was my fault and that I was the worst person in the world and I didn't deserve anything. So I started to stop eating. I would eat 2 slices of toast a day. And I actually wanted to die. And anybody watching this has been in my shoes will know what it feels like. But you know what? I didn't want to die where I'd embarrass myself, embarrass my family by doing anything that would be in the papers or that would do anything in public. I didn't want it to be a decision or make it look like it was a decision that I'd made. I wanted it to look like an eating disorder or an accident. In a way, maybe I wanted, when I did go, it to punish him. It was to punish me. And also it was again to cover up the fact that I actually really wanted to die, but I was not wanting to shame my family by jumping off the bridge or any ways you can do it. So I stopped eating and I would eat a slice of toast a day. And I lost weight and I lost weight. And people in the salon knew how sick I was. I was crying all the time. But it felt good to finally be in control of something because he'd taken every single ounce of control away from me and I had nothing. So I've just watched a Katie Morton video and I was going to do this video before I saw that, but I did watch that. And people think eating disorder is about food. It's not. It's about control a lot of the time.
Eating disorders do focus on food, but they're really there just to numb us out or distract us from what's really going on. If something is feeling completely out of control in our lives, and we don't really know what to do about it or how to get out of that situation, we can try to control our body instead. Because if we think about it, the only thing we really do have control over is ourselves. No one else. We can't make anybody else change, you know? Does that make sense?
I even told the doctor, when I went to the doctors, I told them, I said, I've stopped eating. Why? Because I want to kill myself slowly. I want to die slowly. Because that's how I felt like the only way I could punish myself for being who I was. For being the worst thing on this planet, for being a nightmare, for being, for just being wrong, for just being unlovable, ruining everything in my life. I wanted to punish myself. So I stopped eating and I kept losing weight. And Stampy kept telling me how good I looked. He liked the fact that I was losing weight. And I think it's the fact because he could see how his control over me was working. I got down to like 7.5 stone. I've recently put on a bit of weight, got a bit of chubbiness going on in my face, but hey, it's one of those things, you know, you get to a certain age. But I just wanted to share that with you because if anybody out there is going through this, is going through where you feel you're so out of control, because that's what narcissists take away from you. They take away your control. You're waiting for everything to happen because of them. They are making the next move. The ball's in their court. They're the ones telling you to be quiet. They're the ones telling you when they want to move in with you or when they want to see you. And they're the ones that are holding you up whilst you're waiting for them to come and meet you. Or it's always on their terms, and your whole future and your whole life is based on them. So that's what I went through. Now, obviously, when I realised what was going on and I realised that it wasn't all me. Again, I played my own part in it. But when I started to realise and research narcissism, that's when the education kicked in and the information kicked in, and I actually started to learn that what he was doing to me and how it affected me and why I was the way I was. And I did start to eat again. But that's the thing, if anybody's out there, you've got to understand that it is about control, but we need to really try and it's hard. I just, you know, I get to that point in my videos where I want to sort of say, and this is how you fix the problem. And this is how, you know, you don't, it's hard. It's something I think if you're going through it, I'm so sorry. But that's what it's about. It's about control. I wanted to die very slowly and punish myself and do it so that it didn't look like a suicide. But as soon as I told my doctor got the crisis team out for me. And they didn't think I was going to be able to survive the night because of the way I was. I still get depressed now, and I want to share something else about depression. Recently I've been very, very down, and I started my channel talking about myself And I want to take it back to sort of like that time. When you get really, really depressed, what you need to do is just try and ride it out. Because that's what started my eating disorder off, was the depression and the fact that I couldn't control anything in my life. Try not to make decisions whilst you're in that frame of mind. Try not to make any decisions. No, be aware of yourself. Be aware of your own mind. Be aware of your body. Be aware of how you're feeling, and know that you've been through it before. Know that you will get through this time. So if you need to talk to friends, talk to friends. I like to sometimes just back away and be quiet, because I always feel like if I talk to my friends and I tell them how I feel like they're going to be sick of me. I feel like they're going to be like, oh God, here she goes again, she's never happy. If I don't tell them anything, I'm lying to them and I'm lying to myself, and I can't lie. Don't like lying to my friends. So I can't pretend everything's hunky-dory, because it'll show in my face, and I don't like to lie. I like to be very honest and live true to myself. So what I do tend to do is I might just say something like, listen guys, I fancy having a quiet time. I'm going to just retreat and just do my own thing for a little while because I'm feeling a little bit low. And if my friends know about me and know me, they'll know to leave me alone for a little while. They'll just keep checking on me occasionally. Once I've ridden through that depression, I'm then okay, I'm on the other side of it. But I know never to make any decisions whilst I'm in that frame of mind, because what happens is when you get out of that frame of mind, any decisions you've made, you look back on and you think, oh God, why did I do that? And sometimes you make the situation that's made you depressed, it makes that situation worse, because you've made a wrong decision in a moment when your brain is just not thinking straight and you're in such a dark place. It's not the thing to do to ever make decisions. So that's really all I wanted to share with you, is the fact is that if you are feeling out of control and you are holding back on your intake of food because it's the only thing that you can control, talk to somebody. Talk to me. Talk to somebody who's been through it. Talk to somebody who's been through narcissist abuse. Email me. I'm here. And that's what my channel's about. It's about support rather than giving you so much information. Because I've been there and I just wanted to share that with you today. I've got a garage behind me. They make a lot of noise, don't they? And again, please don't make a decision when you're feeling down, because it won't work out. It'll be the wrong decision. It'll be the wrong decision. You need a clear head. So that's all I wanted to say to you today, is just share that with you. Guys, I hope you've got, hope you're okay. I look back on myself. I look back on a couple of photos. I don't have many photos. I look gaunt. I might put a picture on the end of this. There's only really one picture that shows how skinny I was. And I'm in a bar dancing. Probably had a few too many drinks. And I'm wearing a black dress. Sometimes look at it and think, oh, I wish I was that skinny, but it's not healthy. I looked ill, I looked unhealthy. I'll probably put that picture at the end. Because now I'm a little Teletubby. Got a little fat tummy. But anyway, guys, love you all. Take care. Thanks for watching.